start, because I spoke about it a lot over the weekend. I know the airways have been filled with it, but Marcus Rashford not turning up to training sick after a night out in Belfast in a club. What are you saying, people? Are Man United fans blowing this out of proportion? Is it right for him to be suspended or sold, as many are claiming? What's your take on this, LB, with the poster boy of Man United basically throwing a sickie and getting caught out?
Yeah, I mean, shocking. I don't know how many chances this guy needs. Like you say, he's meant to be the poster boy of your football club. Yeah, United fans are meant to sort of look up to him as the player that drags them through the rough times. The young United fans, the kids, the teenagers who are maybe looking for a career in football. I meant to look at this guy as a role model in the game, and I just don't know what he's thinking, man. You know what I mean? Listen, if he's had a day off and he's been allowed to go, fine, but he's got to know to phone in sick the next day, to not turn up because you're ill. I mean, it's just not a good look whatsoever. And yeah, I mean, he's overpaid, he's overhyped, and this is just ridiculous what he's done. So I don't know what's going to happen, because I heard Ten Hag's comments and said he's going to deal with it internally, which is he's learned from dealing with it externally, as he did with Sancho. So that's a positive from Ten Hag, but it's not good, mate. It's not good. This guy's meant to be like the person that you guys look up to, and it's just shocking, really. You know what I mean? I heard Belfast is a nice night out, though, so you can see why he went on here. You know what I mean? Fair dues to the guy.
It's a great night out in Belfast.
I believe so, man. I need to get on it. You know what I mean? Obviously, if he's flown there for the day to have a do, it must be decent. So yeah, but honestly, man, this just sums up United. You know what I mean? Yet more problems with the dressing room, with players, with discipline. You're not going to win anything without serious discipline. You know what I mean? You're on your football for what, 14 years at the top level? It's a short career, man. And I just feel like he's going off the rails, man. But he's got the big cash, he's got the big contract. Oh my God, I just feel like it just sums up United. And I don't even know where he goes from here, because people are talking like, well, get rid of him. Who's going to pay the money? No one's going to put him on 350 grand a week. No one.
PSG would. PSG are in love with this guy and want him.
I don't know. They're probably going to charge over 100 mil, though. No one's going to pay over that for Rashford.
Nah, no way.
Right now. It's disgraceful. He's supposed to be the face of the football club, come from the academy. I mean, how many kids growing up as a Man United fan actually get to play for their football club? You do. You get the big contract, and then you call in sick. If any of us did that, who've got 9 till 5, and they find out you're on a night out, see you later. But because it's Rashford and because he's like the face of the football club, no, everyone will just brush. Everyone will forget about it in a couple of days. He'll go and score a goal at Old Trafford when the next home game is, and everyone will love him again. Like the guy for me is just not at the level. Man United are never going to win anything of serious significance in the future with him in the football club. And he's on what, 325 grand a week, something like that. Like it's absolutely, he's got no respect for the football club. If this was Jadon Sancho, by the way, the media would have gone absolutely berserk. But because it's Rashford and he's got good PR, no one really will care in a couple of days.
I don't know about that. I will say, the media have absolutely ripped into him for this. The pictures are all over it. Listen, I get where you're coming from, but Rashford has rightfully been dragged over the coals for this. He's rightfully been dragged over the coals. Every newspaper, the only journalists I've really seen kind of half defending was Henry Winter, but the rest of the tabloids have absolutely gone in on him.
Yeah, but how many times has this happened, though? Didn't he go to New York because he split up with his girlfriend? I mean, what are we doing here? You're a professional athlete. Like, if I split up with my missus tomorrow, I'm not gonna turn up for work. Like, what is going on? Like, there's so many excuses with Marcus Rashford. Any serious football club, like if this is City, Madrid, Bayern, whoever, he'd get serious punishment, not a week's wages or whatever. He'd be, you're on a bench for a while and you're not coming on anytime soon.
What should Tom, in your opinion, what should Ten Hag do? What should Man United and Ineos that are now in? I know they're not being ratified, but they are making decisions. What should they do to Marcus Rashford, in your opinion, after essentially he's phoned in sick after a night out when he's having a terrible season? Man United are in a bad space. The optics are absolutely horrendous. The disrespect is there. What should the ramifications be, in your opinion?
I mean, if he was doing any decent, you'd go for, dropping him, but dropping him is probably a help to Man United, and it should have been done a little bit earlier than what it has been. So who knows? Whether it's a fine, whether it's it. I don't. Because you know what, I can actually. I'm not as bothered about it. Everyone does it. Everyone at one point or another just tries to pull a sickie. It's just when you're such a high-profile footballer at a big club, and you get caught out with the situation that it's in, it's never going to be a good look. I don't think it's a punishment that's deserving of like a situation that's deserving of a massive punishment. It's like dropping him indefinitely or something. He needs a fine, and he needs to be reminded of the situation and sort of sat down and go, get your head in the game, lad, because that's not acceptable. We're not in an acceptable spot. This isn't a good look on anyone at the football club. In terms of like what happened with Sancho, where it was like ostracizing him and not letting him eat at the canteen anymore, not like that, because I think that was over the top anyway.
Yeah,
you've set I agree. Don't do that again.
Totally agree with that. A lot of people are saying in the comments, like, he's human, he should be able to do these things. I view it this way. If you were say you were paying to go and watch a show in the West End, a musical or a play, and you're going because there's an actor or two that's in it that you really want to watch. If you pay that ticket, which is paying their salary, you turn up, and then you find out when you arrive that he's ill and not going to be performing. You go, hang on a minute. I follow him on Instagram. And I saw him out on the piss last night in a bar in London, and now he's too sick to come and do this show that you paid £100 a ticket for. If the goers of that show complained, nobody would think that's weird. Everybody would say you're justified in complaining about why that actor or singer didn't turn up for their show because they were out on the piss, or they were out late, or doing something that it isn't unprofessional in itself per se, but the ramifications have been unprofessional. But for some reason in football, when football fans who pay the wages of these players get frustrated at a lack of professionalism, we're told to leave them alone because they're human beings. Well, every profession, you're scrutinized. If I run a post office and I get drunk tonight and don't open up on time tomorrow, and there's people waiting outside to buy stamps, I'm allowed to be criticized for not turning up to work. I don't know where this is coming from. I'll leave everybody alone if they're not doing their jobs properly. And you've been called out here, LB, by Ola, who says, listen, LB, stop it. Rashford just split up from his high school sweetheart. His head isn't in football. Hasn't been in football for a while. Be human.
Well, listen, I'm not being funny, yeah, but his team is sitting in 8th position. Its team needs Rashford because Rashford is one of their better players, which is a separate argument about why that's the case. He should be taking the fucking responsibility, man. Ruben Diaz just split up with his girlfriend. You know what I mean? He's not swanning off. You know what I mean? It is what it is. She's just going to Love Island. Do you know what I mean? That's not exactly ideal look, is it? And he's playing football, so
you broke up with Diaz and went on Love Island.
Yeah.
So hilarious. Oh my God. Sorry. I didn't know.
I just thought. Listen, I'm with Terry on this, man. Like, at the end of the day, you know what do you want here? Your team's in 8th. If United were at the top of the table, and he's like, listen, I've had a little bit of an issue. I'm going to go. I might take this weekend off. You know, blah, blah, blah. First of all, get permission off the manager. Yeah, you don't just swan off and then ring up. But you get permission off. You speak to Ten Hag and say, listen, I ain't feeling too great this weekend. We're playing an FA Cup team or whatever. Am I right to have this weekend off? Come back. He'd probably say no, but whatever. He might say, yeah, that's fine. But the fact is, the team is in 8th. Manchester United in 8th. This season is a disaster. Knocked out the Champions League. Yeah, not in the Carabao Cup. You're 8th in the Premier League. You need to understand, yeah, the situation that is going on at that football club right now. And it is a disaster. And he should be the player, in my opinion. And by the way, when I say this is a credit to him. I'm saying that he should be the person to lead Manchester United out of this mess. Because he's a Manchester lad. He's the one that should be leading from the front. And he just doesn't seem like he's really taking that responsibility on, to be honest with you. So that's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I find it all hilarious. Just more stuff that's going on at Man United, and long may it continue. It's funny as hell.
IB here says the reason Rashford never has any energy to track back is because he's on the shag all weekend.
At least he's scoring one way.
Man got caught in a club, plain and simple. For me, I feel sorry he did. A dumb move for a footballer. For us regular guys, no one would care less. Again, day to day they wouldn't. But if you did that, called in sick, and your boss found out, I mean, theoretically in HR law in England, because as long as you're not calling in sick during you can do it. You can call in sick in the morning and go out in the evening, and there's nothing your company can do because it's outside. As long as it's outside your contracted hours, the law's crazy for it. But people are still going to complain about it and be frustrated at you, even if it's in a profession where the general public don't care about it. And I think he's right to be criticized. I don't really get the defending of him. Again, if you're not well enough to play football because you're going through something that's damaging your mental health, take time off. But if you commit to working, you've got to deliver to a certain standard. And people are like, someone in the comments said, Terry, would you hold your own staff to this standard? I do. But I even hold like panelists. I'm going to get slated for this. But I asked someone to come on a show once. And he said to me, I can't. I'm out with my kids. No issue with that. When my show was on, I see him live on another person's channel, right? That didn't bother me. It was the fact that you lied to me. I'm like, if you'd have just said to me, I've committed to go on someone else's channel, I'd have said, go kill it. Have a good time. The fact you lied to me, I thought, I don't get it. I now look at that person differently because you lied about something, by the way, that you didn't need to lie about. It's the weirdest. Like loads of you have been asked to come on shows that you can't do. Have I ever had a problem when you say I'm too busy? But if you're like, no, Jimbo's taking me out for lunch, and then you and Emery are over there doing a show, I'd be like, why didn't you just tell me that? I don't know. Maybe I've got weird standards. I just tell the truth. Maybe it helps. It wasn't KJ. KJ would have lost his job for doing that. No, I'm not like that. It's just like tell the truth. Rashford,
you know what the best part about the Rashford thing is though? It's the photos that have come out of him doing a stupid celebration with the girl on his lap in front of the like, what are you doing, lad? Right after, like, I swear when he scored against Tottenham, he was doing the celebration like I can't hear the doubt was already in.
No, he did this. Like, he did this.
Yeah, doing all that, and then 2 weeks later, he sat there in a club doing.
Well, if he was doing that in a club, what was that song? You'll remember it, Kate. That was one of the dance. Na 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 na.
The Birdie song.
Birdie song. That's what he's doing. Rashford is a joke. If it was me, I'd be fired. Facts. LB was holding the biggest L. Who's holding the biggest L? Diaz or Walker?
Well, I don't think Diaz is holding an L. Probably Walker, isn't it? Walker's getting slated by some City fans.
I'm a bit. I've got an opinion on all of that, but that's for off camera because I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. Not what Walker's done. I just don't get what everyone's outrage about it. I will say on camera. Maybe someone can educate me. I see players that get done for drink driving, which is illegal and kills hundreds of people a year, get less criticism than a man who cheats on a woman that they don't even know.
Hugo Lloris did it, and no one cared.
Exactly. Like, drink driving. You could argue drink driving should make you lose your job at a football club because people die from that. But people are outraged that a footballer they don't know sleeps with a woman they don't know and cheating on a woman they don't know. I just don't understand. Maybe it's their own insecurities about their own life or something, but I don't understand how drink driving is okay. Oh, bless ya. Oh, little driving. Oh, bless. You cheated on someone. Oh my God, he's literally evil. Send him to prison. It's very weird to me. Weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Is that a dog? Did I hear a dog then? I'm getting mental. I thought I heard a dog. Tom Little, there is an error on your channel and it won't let me join the server 400 message. Is there a problem? I don't know how I can sort it out. It wants to be a member of your channel there, Tom.
I know. I'll see if I can sort it out. I don't know how this works.
Maybe then you could pay for a haircut.
Wow, yeah. Walked into that one, didn't I? Walked into that one.
No, only joking. I mean, look, viewers, let us know what you think about Rashford and that situation in the comment sections below. Speaking of members, by the way, if you go to our community page, members only can see. I'm not going to tell the public what it is yet, but members will put a little sneak peek up for something new and special on its way to the Football Terrace very, very soon indeed. So go check out our members page at the end of the show. And if you're not a member, you can sign up now from as little as 99 pence per month to become an Academy member. You can be a squad member, first team member, or a legend. Can be one of the four. It's up to you. Go sign up now. Be a legend. Legend of the Terrace. And when you're in that, you're in a group chat with me where you can chat to me. Imagine that as a prize. You get me talking to you. I know. I know. What's that say? As an Arsenal fan, thanks for no Igal nonsense today.
Not even here and he's getting cooked.
I know. Leave Igal alone. He's lovely. I like Igal.